Well, a very good morning to you and welcome along. This is the latest Roy's Walk, and today we're just outside Corfe Castle, and we're going to do a circular walk today with a slight twist to it. And that twist involves walking along from Corfe up onto the ridgeline in the direction of Ballard Down up towards Ninebarrow Down, right on the top, so some beautiful views. And then we're going to drop down into Swanage, and we're going to cheat a bit because we're going to get the train back. So a little bit of organisation required because it doesn't run every day of the year, and it's just started again now because we're now the 2nd of April, getting closer to Easter. So all being well, we'll have a nice walk and a nice ride on a steam train. That should be fun. So come along, let's see what we can find, and hopefully it will stay dry for us. So here we are, just heading up the ridgeline, and it's a well-trodden path, not one that needs much finding. The actual little car park is literally just off a little road on the way into Corfe Castle, and as always I'll include a little map of the walk at the end of the video. So here we are. It is murky but bright, and we've had nothing but wall-to-wall rain, it seems, for weeks and weeks and weeks, so it ain't going to be dry, but it's all part of the fun of it. New pair of boots today, so had a couple of runs out of them, but not very far. It's the first decent run. The other ones are in semi-retirement, but after 35 years I guess they need a bit of a rest. So upwards and onwards. So we just walked up that path, not terribly steep, but steep enough for first thing. There's Corfe Castle settling in the hills. And as you pan around, you can see over there in the distance Tyneham Cap, and over that hill over there is the coastline. And there, if I just zoom in a little bit, you can see Kingston, where we've done a few walks from over there, Houndstown, and actually into Corfe itself. And it's turning out all right, actually. And this point is where the path splits, and we're going to go take the left fork up here, up further onto the ridgeline, and this other path goes to Wallgarton. It starts to drop down. It tends to follow the bottom of the ridgeline, and the road you can see down there, and that can get very, very muddy because a lot of the cattle congregate down there, and we're definitely not going that route today. But we've not even got onto the top yet, and it's looking lovely. We're still climbing at the moment, and as you can see, slight incline up here, up at the hill still. And over here, if I walk over this side, we're separated by a gorse bush and a field of sheep, but you can start to see the view on the other side. And there you have Poole Harbour in all its glory. Down there you've got Branchy Island and Fursey Island, and very sadly, those people who've been following the news, there was an oil discharge from the Witch Farm site, which is just pretty much exactly where I'm pointing, and it's been more or less contained, but really sad to hear, and hopefully they find out what happened and they ensure it never happens again. But yes, Witch Farm, you can't see it, but it is down there, believe me. And I did a walk around that area, around the Arab Peninsula, Goathorn Peninsula, before Christmas. So if you want to check that video out, have a look. Beautiful area. Weather wasn't good that day, but still a beautiful walk. So now it's really opened up. There we are. That's the looking towards Poole Harbour. Found a bit of wind now, hopefully not too much wind noise on the mic. I have a new system now, so hopefully that isn't too bad. There you are, that's what we saw earlier on. And we're still climbing. We're heading towards Ninebarrow Down, which is up over there. Studland is over to our left. Corfe Castle nestling down there in the dip. Get an idea of what a fortress it was, and the ridgeline on the other side of Corfe, going all the way along, and sort of ends almost at the sea. And you say to the left there you've got Tyneham Cap. And caught a bit of wind, as I said, but it's still okay. Just hoping the rain holds off. We'll see. So I thought I'd give you a bit of orientation this part of the walk. So if I can just show you where we're at. So we started here. This is the parking to Challow Hill car park. We walked up this route here so far, and we're walking along the Purbeck Way. That's the radio mast. We walked past Rollington Hill. This is the Purbeck Way, and the Brenscombe Hill. Now I'm actually sitting on the marker sign, but there's a marker sign here that shows down to Remston Farm, which is down there, and it's also pointing along here, and along here it's pointing actually to Ullowell. Now Ullowell is all the way over there, Ullowell Farm. But what we're going to do, we're going to carry along the Purbeck Way, and we're going to actually come along here, and then we're going to drop down here, and then there should be a path we take off basically down here, and we start heading into Swanage. That's the plan anyway. And the view I've got at the moment where I'm looking back towards Corfe. So that's Corfe there on the map. And if I look back, they were down there. Here's a cyclist. We're down there. That's beautiful. Well, I'm hoping you can see. I think this is a deer. Trying to get through the fence, I think. There it goes. I think that's a deer. The way it's running, it's a deer. Look at that. Wow. Ha. Well, that is why we get out in the fresh air walking like this. You never know what you're going to see. Just see the Condor ferry going out, and that's on its way to Jersey and Guernsey. And frankly, I'd rather them than me, because it's quite windy up here. If it's windy up here, it's going to be certainly windy on the water. So, I'm now filming our ride back, at least our ride back from Swanage anyway. And you can just see the smoke there in the distance. I guess this is the 10 o'clock train. Swanage to Corfe Castle, and if you can hear that whistle, there it goes. I can see it better there now. There it goes. Isn't that a beautiful scene? Well, this is the track that I remembered, and we're dropping down at a rate of knots. You can see the Isle of Wight there in the background. I hope. There you are, see it over there. And we're going to be heading off somewhere over there. And there's the caravan site, and I think, might be wrong, but I think that first one is a naturist campsite. And if they're doing that this time of year, they're bloody hardy souls. And this is where we've come from up there. So I'm going to try and find the path and join in a minute. Well, it's pretty bloody annoying when farmers put electrified wire across public footpaths, which happened there. So we've been diverted off onto this little track, which is labelled Ulwell and a caravan site. And obviously now we've found the mud. So having walked through the caravan site, which given it's now the start of Easter, well, Easter's next week, but this is the start of the holidays, it was quite busy. So I didn't film in there, but we've come out and I'm now trying to get my way back on track because I don't want to walk all on roads all the way into Swanage if I can avoid it. So I'm trying to find a path down here on my left, which takes us into the back of Swanage if I've chosen the right road. We'll see in a minute. This is the path I was looking for that takes into the back of Swanage. Must admit, all the signposts have been beautifully refurbished, so you really can't not go too far wrong. But by doing this, I don't have to walk through lots of roads and lots of housing estates. I'll come to that in a minute, but not any sooner than I absolutely have to. But I think in a minute we are going to hit suburban Swanage. And then now I think the next train is probably now at midday, which is about 50 minutes away. So I'll check that, and if that's the case, we might just head to the coast and walk along the promenade. We'll see what time the train goes and take a view from there. It's no great hurry. And I really should have checked the timetable before I came out, but I didn't. Just bought a ticket. Which, by the way, it's now April and it's springtime one way, 12 quid. So for 17 minutes, probably one of the most expensive tickets you can buy on earth. But hey, who doesn't want to go on a steam train, eh? So I found suburban Swanage. My feet are covered in mud, but what the hell. So I'm heading towards the coast and the promenade now, and the not so welcome news of my fantastic planning is that the next train to Corfe is at 11:20 for some strange reason, which is basically 5 minutes time, so that ain't going to happen. So the next train is at 1:30. So where the trains have disappeared to for the next hour, goodness knows. So head to the coast, check the railway station out, see what time it is. Then I think it'll be time for a bit of liquid refreshment. Well, here we are at Swanage railway station. As you can see, a complete absence of trains. Not a good sign. That one looks rather nice, doesn't it? So, pop round, check the timetable to make sure my understanding is correct, and then head for the seafront, I think. Well, after a very pleasant beer in the cellar bar on the seafront at Swanage, I've now wandered up to the station for my trip to Corfe. There's a rather magnificent steam engine on the platform. We go in about 20 minutes, so here nice and early, and that's a pretty amazing piece of machinery, isn't it? There we go, you can see the line, you can see all the track where we came down over there. Let's see if I can get there. There you are, see the track over there, you can walk down. You can smell the smoke for those that want smell-o-vision. Hall. only one way to finish off a circular walk. Just to prove we're on a steam train. Just arrived in Corfe Castle. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this walk. It's a bit of a different one to have a train journey to do the last bit. Thoroughly enjoyable nevertheless, and probably pays to check the train times in advance, although looking at the timetable in the train in the peaker seasons, there is a train in between 11:20 and 1:30, albeit it is a diesel. But not a big deal. Had a lovely beer in the cellar bar, and overall a really nice walk, and wanted to do this for a long time just because it's a nice way of exploring the countryside and seeing one of the iconic features of the Purbeck, which is the Swanage Railway, which is absolutely lovely. And I remember playing on the track when it was actually been dismantled and disused, so to see it back in full running condition is marvellous. And this car park we're from is a well-known walkers car park. Often gets very busy, but here we are, walking up to it now. You can see the signposts, and here we are. Just to show you where we are. So if you come here, you can see where we go. It's called the Challow Walkers Car Park, and today there's 4 or 5 cars in the car park. There we go. And we walked out the car park through those gates there, and I started filming on that path up there. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Lovely walk, lovely day. Join me again in the future if you liked it. Give me a thumbs up, that'd be lovely. But either way, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come and try it yourself. Easy walk, about 5 or 6 miles. Fairly easy going, really, and just one for the family. See you soon. Okay, so here's the map of the walk from the car park at the beginning. And we walked all the way along the Purbeck Way. All along here, this is where we took a brief pit stop. Then we carried on all the way along the top here. There's panoramic views either side. Again, carried along here on top of 9 Barrow Down. Then we dropped down the edge of the hill, down that track, met a few people. Then we came off the track here. Now this was where that path was blocked off, so we couldn't carry on down here, which was the intention. We had to go along this very muddy path along to Ulwell. Then we went through the caravan camping site, all the way through here. Then we caught up on the road, and we caught up with the path again, which I wanted to get, all the way along here. Eventually we hit the edge of Swanage, and we found our way through Swanage, down the main road here to the car park, which is just the other side of the railway. Wandered across to the end of the station, wandered across, and end up on the station here. Now for lunch, I had beer. I just went down here to the front, and the cellar bar is just around about here somewhere, which is lovely. So there we are. I think that's probably about maybe about 5 and a bit miles. Fairly easy walking apart from the mud. But anyway, hope you have a go and enjoy it.